before I go into the content of this video, I wanted to say thank you for your kind words. I'm feeling much better, still hurting, but much better. So thank you so much. But today I wanted to share more about the stress that I was feeling and that was manifested through my back and how I ended up in the emergency room. So this is going to be a little bit of a story time, and then I'm going to have some lessons that I've learned through that experience and how this whole experience is not only helping us to accelerate the move abroad, but also consolidate and really have more faith in the whole process. So fast forward to last Saturday, I woke up and really in pain. We started that afternoon and we're just hanging out in the house, and my husband was in the backyard hanging out and the kids were inside and I was in my room. And so I wanted to call my husband to try to get him to help me or to give me something, some kind of medication. So I tried slowly to move out of the bed, walking very slowly out of the room and trying to go into the kitchen and reach the backyard door. And I just couldn't move anymore. So I just told the kids, hey, call daddy. I just went back to the room because it was better for me to just go back to the room than trying to get into the backyard and get stuck there, right? I was like at the edge of the bed and I just froze. I couldn't move at all. It was just so painful. And so he came in the room and he's like, what's going on? My husband was like, let's just go to the emergency room. And I'm like, no, we're not going now. Let's just wait and see. And in the back of my mind, I was really in pain, and there's no reason why I shouldn't have gone to the emergency room at that time because I was really in pain. But what really was painful to me is knowing all the gymnastics that we will have to do to get the kids situated, to get the kids to my parents' house. It's not far at all, but it's just that process of doing that and what happens after that. And it's just my husband and I, right? So at the end of the day, if something has to happen, if we have to make food, we have to make food. If we have to clean something, we have to clean it. If I'm sick, he has to do it. What if we're both sick one day? Who's going to do it, right? So all these thoughts were going through my mind, and I was like, man, this is not it. This is just too much pain. No pun intended. It was painful in my back, but it was painful. Those thoughts were really painful. Next morning, church time, I can't go. I can't move. Okay, so my husband went to church with the kids. He could have skipped church, to be honest, but he had to teach that day, so he had to be there, okay? And so I waited, and when they came back, he took me to the ER, and then they ran all the tests and everything. And it looks like I have something in one of my discs, and so I have to go and see an optometrist for more tests, and that's the story for another day, okay? But the point for this video, after this whole story, at the end of the day, you have to be the jack of all trades. Basically, do it all, right? You do the cleaning, you do the cooking, you do the driving, you do the groceries, you do everything yourself, right? So with this whole story, which can seem like very defeating, I am not taking the negative route. And this is the lessons that I want to share with you, because this experience had showed me that there are two things I can do. I can either, one, be negative and complain and say, oh, well, this is it, the United States are like this, it's horrible, I can't live like this, like being a defeatist and complaining mode. Or I can use that event as motivation, as fuel to accelerate and better prepare for the move abroad, because now there's more fuel. Because of this, now this vision is clearer. This vision has more foundation, not that they didn't have before, but it's like, yes, this plan is solid and this is something that we have to do, because there's evidence that, it's not just a fluffy dream that we want to do, like moving abroad, but because of very serious reasons for a better family dynamic, we need to do that, okay? It's more of a, oh, it would be nice to do that. Oh, why not? And it's turned into a, okay, this is a must. We have to do this, all right? And so these are the lessons that I'm taking from this experience and that I want to share with you, and for you to take them and use them as fuel, as motivation, as preparation for your own move abroad. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 lessons, okay? Use the support you have now. Like I said, I'm grateful for the support we have now. It's not like we're here and we don't know anybody. We have family here, and so this is already a good help. So be grateful for what you have already. Lesson number 2, ask for help. Don't be afraid to ask for help. People more than likely are more than happy to help. All they want for you is to ask. More than likely, they will say yes, they will help. If they can't, they can't, and they'll say no. And that's okay. That's their right. Maybe they're not in a position to do it. But if you don't ask, then you don't get. All right. What is the saying? Closed mouths don't get fed. Same thing. You have to ask for help. 3, it's time to change your lifestyle. Understand if this is important for you, now it's time to change your lifestyle. Number 4, have the conversation with your spouse. If you're married, have that conversation with your spouse. For me, my husband was there. He saw the evidence. We've had this discussion before. We are discussing this whole move abroad together as a couple and as a family. But now with this incident, it's like, okay, we need to get this going. Number 5, have that common vision. All right. What are you deciding on? Is it that your spouse wants more support here at home, like maybe have a living nanny here to help with the house and the kids and all that? Or is it that the vision is to actually leave? Okay, these are 2 different things. The solution could be the same, but those are 2 different visions. All right. So that's number 5. Have a common vision. After the vision, number 6, craft the plan. Craft a plan. It's not just about having the dream, but what does it mean and what are the steps to make it work? Number 7, this is my 7th lesson. Acknowledge and rejoice that God's plan is better. This to me is what takes the fear away. There's still some fear and like, oh my gosh, what if this happens? But the Bible says that God doesn't give us a spirit of fear, right? So here's the thing. Sometimes we're so scared to take action because we're like, oh my gosh, is this the right thing to do? Should I do this or should I do that? Either way, God is with you. Either way, it's not like you took this option and then God is like, okay, you're on your own. Whatever, you made the wrong choice. That's not how it works. And even more exciting is that your plans are so small that God is like, yeah, those are tiny plans, okay? And be excited about the plans that God is going to have instead of your own plan, because his plans are better than our own plans, right? So be happy about it. And that's how I see it. I see it as God's plan is better and he's going to do it anyway. So why should I worry about if my plan is going to work or not? His plan is going to take over anyways. All right. So that was number 7. Number 8, work the plan. Work the plan. The plan that you have on paper and that you have agreed on with your spouse, work it. Again, know that things might change, but work it. It's not just about putting it on paper and not doing anything about it. Take daily action. What is the action? Is it putting money into the savings account? Is it putting money into your investment account? Is it to put the kids into language class? Is it for you to take a language class? What is the plan? Every day, what is it that you have to do? It doesn't have to be a huge thing, but it could be one small action step. And number 9 lesson, stay motivated. Stay motivated no matter what, no matter what's happening around you. Don't get consumed by panic and urgency and fear, but stay motivated, stay positive, and know that it's going to happen for you, okay? Stay true to the vision, work the plan, and know that it's going to happen, all right? In another video, I talk about the urgency to move abroad and how not to move because of fear, but to move because of faith. I'm going to link that video right here if that's something that you want to listen to and something that you want to watch. If you feel a little uncomfortable with everything going on right now in the world or even in your personal life, this is really to help you get a sense of peace as you move forward with your plan to move abroad. As always, if you enjoyed this video, give it a like, share it with a friend, and subscribe to the channel. That way you don't miss any of our video progress as we are preparing for our own move abroad. Until next time, bye.